Hey, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Hey, Karen. Good to see you. Hey, Jennifer. Good. You do that. I just wanted to let you know that I was going to go live because I am disconnecting starting tomorrow for the rest of the week. Um, my hubby and I are taking off for a few days, and I wanted to get a live in before I left. I do have a video coming out on Friday, but I wanted to get a live in. You know, get that paperwork done. What's everybody up to today? I'm eating a little piece of chocolate. When Jennifer's doing paperwork, you do the paperwork. So much to do. Karen, what are you up to? I am, let's see, what did I do today? Today I got the car washed, got it filled up. Last minute, run to the store. I have a bag of stuff packed already. Started packing. We did the garden. Did dishes. I'm waiting to start dinner. That's why I decided to do my live. I don't know, Karen. I'm kind of over the rain. We have rain coming in like the whole entire weekend. We have a clear day tomorrow. Oh, those sound good. I love ham and cheese sliders. I pulled chicken out. I really honestly don't know why. I don't feel like cooking a big dinner. But we have to eat, right? Those sound delicious. What else am I? And then I just kind of sat down and kind of got into kind of just like I had some things to do, computer work to do, an email to send out to people. Like just telling them like, hey, if you email me, I'm not going to be around. So hopefully, there's not an issue with anything that I sent. You know what I mean? Just trying to tie up those loose ends before I leave is all. Trying to get ahead of the game. I was going to try and film a video today, but I had too much running around to do. I am going to take my tripod and that with me and maybe videotape on the way, like the places we're going and stuff like that. And I can share that with you when I get back. Y'all keep the rain. I'm rained out. Oh, Jennifer, I'm so excited for you. Yeah, appraisals are normally a requirement, but hopefully you get a good appraisal that will go out and do what needs to be done for it to go through. I'm sure the house is worth a lot more than what you're requesting a loan for. So anyhow, that's it. So I thought this was a cute little title was Table Talk Tuesdays. I think I'm going to hold to that because I like it. And we can talk about anything from gardening, cleaning, cooking, whatever it is, whatever decides to come up. I thought so. And maybe I'll just switch my lives over to Tuesday and keep it at Table Talk Tuesdays at like 4:00. I think it's a good time because mostly everybody's done with their stuff and it's in between. It's too early to do dinner. But yeah, you know what I mean? And I could maybe get like that hour in and then go start dinner at 5:00. And then I'm not, staying on here too late. Oh, so Table Talk Tuesday it is. I have my water here. I have to share something with you. So hubby and I went to Costco over the weekend. Have you guys tried these bars? Let me know. It's a very rare find when you can. So one of the things I've noticed about Costco, so Jennifer, I can help you with in-ground pools. That you may want to look at getting a pool person too. Those are expensive, but you have to know what kind of filter they have. Is it chlorine and acid? That type of stuff. Well, so listen, I'm very excited. My voice. Costco is starting to carry more clean ingredient products. Not that they're 100%, but you can find better options for, okay, have you heard of Kevin's? Kevin's Mills, they're in either the frozen section or like in the refrigerated case. And if you look at the ingredients is a lot less than, say, a highly processed Stouffer's family meal, right? So Costco is trying to get in cleaner ingredients and cleaner items. So guys, the family loves these. So these are definitely a must. So let me tell you what's in these. Nuts, chocolate, pea protein, and cassava. And one is, and I love their little sayings, oh, cookie dough. And the other one is get in my belly, peanut butter and jelly. I just thought those were so cute. There's 190 calories in a bar. There's 12 grams of protein. I mean, the carbs are about 24. Total sugars are only 7. So I think that's a pretty, not so bad. It's not a bad bar. And it is gluten-free, soy-free, dairy-free, all the things I'm not supposed to be eating, seed oil-free. So I will have to say it's pretty clean and they're filling, and the family likes it. So to me, that's important, right? Especially my husband. Let's get real. Why I'm eating a Hershey bar. So yeah, we're going to stick that in there for tomorrow for our drive before I eat the whole entire thing. So yeah. So if you or go to Costco, or maybe you can order these off Amazon or, if you do any type of food ordering, maybe they carry them depending on the site you go to. They're really good. Check your Costco out the next time you go. They're really good. I bought one box only, but the next time I go, I'm going to buy more than one box because everybody likes them. And I'd rather have people grab that versus, we're all guilty of it, bringing potato chips and stuff like that. Speaking of my daughter, we love Trader Joe's too. So she found these potato chips and she brought them. I'll be honest, the ingredients also on here, they're okay. They're not as bad as you would think. Like if you were getting another brand of chips. But she brought these home for her dad because they are potato chips. And they're like the ruffles, the wrinkles, the ruffles. And what is so unique about these, and no, I have not tried them, is it's a mixed bag of sea salt and vinegar, dill, homestyle ketchup, and smoking sweet barbecue. I guess it has all those flavors in like a chip. So when you bite into a chip, you get all these different flavors in your mouth. So that's another road thing I put into our bag of food, because my goal is to eat out less on the way. We'll probably get something. I mean, you're going on vacation, but you know, when you're taking trips and you're just maybe driving, you always get the munchies, am I right? And you just I'd rather have the stuff in the car, so we don't like go and say to a gas station and you grab stuff that is just so expensive. Plus, I have healthier things. We also bought some cheese that's already sliced and some crackers. And I have some really good beef sticks, the Archer ones. And so those are like our snacks and stuff for the road to eat. And I should be able to make breakfast tomorrow morning before we leave. We don't plan to hit the road until like 9 a.m. So, yeah. Yeah, it's true. It's true. And especially, yeah, it is. So, and I know that I haven't been moving a lot more as I normally do. The weather's gotten hot. So I was out in my garden today because we've had nothing but rain, and all the weeds that I had weeded have all come back. And so I was out there for a little bit today, and I was just like, this is just going to have to do. I can't stress over it because more rain's coming in. And so I got what I could weeded. I put in some stakes for my tomatoes. I just haven't clipped the tomatoes on there. And then what else did I do outside today? I got to go out and get my chicken. I don't know how in the world she did this, but I went out to her. She has these like huge dirt clots on her, over her nails. They're huge, round like this. She had 3 of them. So I went out this morning. I got a hold of her. I was trying to get them off. One came off with zero problem. I put some water on another one just to see if I could soften it. No, I couldn't even tug it. That would have pulled like her toe off or something. So I have to try and get back out there. I'd like to get them removed before I go home. But she must have like, cause it was so muddy out there. She must have, I don't know, got into the mud where just like the dirt clot is just like, whatever. I don't know what it is. So yeah. So I did get a new tool. Let me show you a new tool I got. I got this off Amazon, and it is for weeds. And what I did today is when I was outside in my garden, I cultivated around my onions with it. So maybe the onions can grow, but it came 2 in a pack. What do you think? And it's really sharp. It was under $20. That I know. I know you sound, Karen, I always ask you, but where are you from? Hey, Christy Batts, where are you? It's the same thing here. Like every weekend, it rains. It's that when Hey, Ruby Slippers. These are the best tools for digging weeds out. Yeah, Connecticut, that's right. For digging weeds out. And like if you want to, move the dirt and loosen the dirt up around certain things in your garden, like I did my onions and garlic so you get bigger bulbs, that worked. So I did that today. I accidentally even pulled out an onion. I stuck it back down in there really quick. Yeah, it's supposed to come in, I think, let me see where I'm at. Let me check again. I think it's supposed to rain Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday here. Is that right? Yes. So, I mean, it's only a 30% chance of rain on Friday, they're saying, but Saturday and Sunday, well, I won't be here. But I got it off Amazon, Karen. I got it off Amazon. It was, let me see if I can go find the exact one. And then go to my recent purchases. Let me see, buy again. Because I really need to buy again, right? I also, how come it's not showing? That's so strange. It's not showing. Let me see, because it came with this. It's not showing. That's strange. Let me see. Go back to my garden. Nope. Well, right now, Amazon has a lot of their garden stuff on clearance sale. So if you are able to, go check it out. Let me see which one I got. There's several of them online. Like they offer several of them. That's not the one I got, is it? No. No. It's a garden weed pulling tool. That's what it's called. So there's some here for $8.99, $12.99, but I got both of them. There's one for $13, but again, you only get one. And I think I ordered this one because it is, like it's all welded together. I mean, and I think it's because you got two, and I thought that would be good to have two in case something happened. I'm notorious for leaving garden tools out in the garden when I should not be. I've done that too, Christy. Yeah. I did ruby slippers. I softened the soil up around the bulb. So I took this. So this is, and I just kind of went around like this and like just went around in a circle in that to loosen up the dirt, because the dirt is it gets it with all the rain. The dirt starts getting really tight in there. And so it has no room to expand and grow. So that's what I did. Yes. Thanks for the question. Now, this is just like a metal handle. There was, I think, one that had a wooden handle, and I chose not to get that, probably because there was a price difference. But I think that I'm thankful that I purchased it today. I thought it was really great. Or I purchased it and it came. And so I was able to get out there this morning and use it. And I was happy with it. I was happy with the way that it worked. It really got down into the weeds and it pulled them up. So, oh, I know, right? Yeah. That's a great idea, Karen. I like the garden bag thing. I do. I'm so bad. Like if you would see my garden, I have two big shovels in there. And I need to clean it up. I just haven't cleaned it up yet. So there's still so many weeds I want to get around like my raised beds and around the grow bags that I have. And I just haven't done that. So today, because we're not going to get rain until Friday, so today's Tuesday. So tonight I'm going to go hook up my sprinkler because I don't have a watering system out there. And I'm going to let my sprinkler water like really soak my garden, because that should be fine. If I do it tonight, it'll be fine tomorrow. And then on what's tomorrow, Wednesday. And then, yeah, it should be okay, where I'm not asking everybody to like water for me. You know what I mean? So I'm going to give everything a really good soak. Oh, and by the way, I don't know, guys. If you go to Walmart at all, Walmart has clearance racks in the garden section. Did you know that? And the reason for them being clearanced is kind of funny. They're like, oh, it needs to be watered. Like they're dying because they're not watered. Well, I picked up 4 hanging baskets from Walmart Memorial Day weekend for $5 a piece. All they needed truly was just a little TLC. Give them a good watering, hang them up, give them some sun. Guys, these things are just so beautiful. And they're just growing, and they're just doing great. So when I was in there over the weekend, they had, again, hydrangea plants. And these are that like purplish blue color, and those were clearance down in a container for $15. So I bought some. I bought one thing, and I have another azalea bush out here. And I said, you know what? I think I'm going to get rid of this azalea bush because I've torn them all out except for 2. And I'm going to get some, just add some soil and fertilizer in there and some root strengthener, and just drop the hydrangea bush right in there, because where it's angled out, it's the most perfect spot. Yeah, I know, right? I mean, I couldn't. And so if your Walmart is set up like mine, it's a super Walmart, right? It has, so sometimes they will a cart out along the side where they have clearance items. But the last couple times I've been in there, they had them on, one of those stands in the garden section. If you ask somebody in there, like, hey, do you have a clearance rack of plants today? And they'll tell you, yeah, me too, Jennifer. And that's why I did it. So, again, they just need some water, because my husband goes, well, those don't look really good. And I'm like, that's why they're clearance, because people don't want to water them. They're not watering them here. So I brought them home, and they're out there. They have new buds, flowers forming. So why not, right? I'm going to leave them right now. They're in my front planter. And I do like what I've done so far. I haven't done a tour of my front planter completely, but everything's just really growing. I planted yesterday. They're like impatiens, but they're called sun patience. And so I got those clearance at Walmart too. So what did they need? Water. So I picked up those, and I planted those yesterday, and I planted my dahlias yesterday. And what else did I do? Oh, and I are you kidding me? Did you see that, Jennifer? If you put rusty nail in with your hydrangeas, it'll turn it a blue color. Wow. So I actually have two sticks, in a sense, like you say, right in my garden of elderberries. And I'm just leaving them in there because I accidentally took one, and it had all these roots. So I said, you know what? It's trying to root itself. It's going to start growing. I'm not seeing any nodules or anything on there, but hopefully it will come back. So that's really great. Okay, Karen, I'm going to have to. Okay. So I haven't planted my blueberries. They're still alive in my sunroom. I haven't watered them. I've had them over a month. I'm still trying to get the soil right with the pH. Having a heck of a time with that. But I really want to get them in. I really want them to come in because it's time for them to go in. And I'm kind of afraid to do it while I'm not here. So I think what I'll do is go lay down some more pH in the soil tonight and let that just get. And I think I've been so generous because I'm afraid of overdoing it, but I think I need to do more because it doesn't feel like it's really affected the soil much what I've added. So I think I need to add more in the, it's that pH lifter or, acid fire. Yeah. What do you know what I'm saying? So yeah. Anyhow, that's that. So I'll tell you where we're going to go. We are going to go to a place. That's interesting. Christy, look at what Christy says when she was in Alabama. Yeah, these have that purple pink, not pink, but purplish blue color. That's what these are. And some look more blue and some look more purple. And they have like new flowers, new buds coming out. They're green right now. So I gave them a good soak yesterday, and I will give them another good soak tonight too. That's great. That's interesting. So one of the things about my front area, you probably saw me, I did this on a live once. I did a lot of the landscape fabric down on there, and then I've mulched it, and I've only left like that amount of room between the walkway and like the dirt, the planter itself, to just, my goal is to like plant a lot of different flowers by bulbs for all time of the year. So right now I have just daffodils out there. I don't even know the ones that I planted out there. Maybe, let me see if my phone tells me. I took some pictures on that picture of this, the plant identifier. I don't know if it still has the pictures in there, but I can certainly tell you. I don't know if it's listening to me talk, but that's the color of the hydrangeas I got right there. If you can see that, that's what they look like. I probably didn't save the photo of it, but let's try and see if I can. Wait, is that me? No. No. I really don't know what this plant is. I planted it by a bulb. I don't even know what it is. It could be dahlias. It could be, it's kind of bushy. Oh, I know. We're just, my goal. So my goal this year truly and honestly is to grow. And I don't know if I can get any more to grow. Was to grow a lot of different flowers to maybe go out and clip and bring into the house. But I have a columbine outside, and it is just producing the most beautiful purple flowers ever. And then I have this other flower out here that I planted too from a bulb. I have no idea what it is. And it is producing the most beautiful purple flower. And I got those at Aldi. And some of my other Aldi ones did not go. Me too. And that's my goal. So yeah, me too, Karen. So my goal is with that amount of space that I have between like the walkway, the concrete, and then there's the dirt in the planter. My goal is to plant like a variety of different things because I want to I don't want to have to go out, and not that I won't, but I don't want to have to go buy new flowers every single year. I want them to come back. So if you guys have any, that's okay, Jennifer. Don't worry. If you have any suggestions about what type of flowers are good to do that, perennial flowers, I would love to know. I really would. So I'm going to look into bulbs and see. I know it's never too early to start looking. I do too. I'm so bad at that, Christy. I'm so bad at it. And I'm so bad about labeling stuff, and I need to be better. And what I should do is, I can go out there and get the camera, picture this, and identify it, and then label it in like one of those, I don't know, Mead books or something, like, hey, this works, this is a bulb. Because if that's a bulb, then I know it's going to come up every year. That I know. Right? That's my thing. So, yeah. So I want to add tulips because, but tulips don't stay around. They come up and they're gorgeous when they come up. But just like daffodils, they come up and then they go away, which is fine. But, just like I have some, what are they? Are they lilies? Irises out at the mailbox at the end of the road. Hey, Mona, how are you? Good to see you. I have some of those irises out there, and, because of where we live, we own a dirt gravel road. So when it gets really bad, VDOT comes through here and, has really taken a good chunk out of the front area of well, it's really not ours. They owns like from the road, they own so many feet back. So one year they exposed all those bulbs, and I told my husband, I said, I think I should go and, dig a few of those up and bring them up here to the planter. I planted potatoes. I have Kennebuck potatoes. They're huge. And then my other potato seeds I just recently planted, which I know Memorial Day weekend. I think my Kennebuck potatoes, I planted, what is this? Maybe in April? I put them out there. Yep. So I think it's like the first 6 feet from the road in is like the county owns that, or the government, whatever. That's VDOT to do what they want. So yeah. So that's, yeah. I don't know. So flowers. I want to get some flowers. I love dahlias. I have zinnias. I don't know how well they're going to grow. I should probably plant some more. And I have a couple of packs of wildflowers that I actually purchased from the Dollar Tree that I'm not going to plant seed by seed, but I can just sprinkle down, don't you think? And see if they come up, then they'll come up. So yeah, we're going to chat another few minutes here. Let's see. I've been on here 30 minutes already. So, Mona, are you working on any crafts this summer? What is your crafting goal this summer? Is there anything that you're working on? Any UFOs that you're trying to finish this summer? So anyhow, no, I don't, Christy. I don't know. And then bring them in the house. I don't do that. Do you? I guess I could, right? Yeah, I should go do that. I should go out there. Oh no, Mona, I'm so sorry. I should do that. I should go sprinkle them out there and then water everything in tonight. Because the one side of my house here does not have, it's interesting. Not a lot of weeds grow over there for whatever reason. I should just go sprinkle them over there and see if they do anything. Oh no, I hope you get it fixed soon, Mona. Do you guys ever go watch Mona Sew live, her and her friends? They're fun to watch. So can I leave, if I leave dahlias out all winter long, and because it snows here, would they die off? Would they not come back, Karen? Or so yeah, no, I've never done it, but it doesn't hurt to try either, right? Because they just grow and grow and grow. And I have, oh, what else? Oh no, my garden, I have calendula. I have calendula growing out there. Yeah, I don't know about that either. So, but I do know if I want to grow more that I need to pay attention to when, like, the people, they have dahlia tubers, Tubers, to purchase. So I need to pay attention to that. I don't know a lot about them, but I'm going to do research about that. And yeah. So anyhow, it's fun. It's fun about flowers and everything, but I do want to start. I really do want to start. Hey, Susan, welcome in. Thanks for being here, friend. No, but I think it's good because you don't know if something's going to last or not. So actually yesterday when planting my flowers, my dahlias, two of the stems in a sense broke off, but where they broke off, it looked like they broke off in the right spot. So I have them sitting in water. I do have a root starter where you just like you dip it in the root starter and then you're supposed to plant it in the dirt. But since I'm not going to be around, I don't want to do all that. Because to me, like I got to be home to tend to that. Here, they're on my sink. I'll fill the jar up again with water before I leave. But I do have a lot more medicinal things growing this year, which was one of my goals too. Hey, Troy Sutton, how are you? Troy Sutton makes some pretty good food, you guys. If you don't follow him on Instagram, go check him out. So I am growing lavender this year, chamomile, calendula. What else am I getting? What else did I grow that is medicinal for medicinal purposes? I think that's it. I did not do lemongrass this year because as much as I liked it, I didn't use it as I thought I was going to use it last year. It worked for a video, but yeah. And that thing had some deep roots in it. Let me tell you, I had it in a grow bag, which was perfect. I could throw some out there and have it. And yeah. So, hey, Susan, I think I know your picture. And I won't say a word. Mum's the word. And I think I have that. That was given to me from my Amish friends. It looks just like one that I have. So yeah. So I got to get back to making more videos in a week because I've noticed when my videos aren't getting posted regularly, my hours go down, and I have been off a schedule for a while. I would like to know, for those of you who do make videos, How do you have a certain day that you video? Like, what does your filming schedule look like? I would like to know, to see, like, Susan, for you example, you put out like 3 to 4 videos a week. And I just am curious to know, what is your schedule like and how do you fit that into your daily chores during this time of the year when it's busy? I don't know, maybe you can just throw me out something that may help me. So I think too, oh, and by the way, Susan, my husband saw, I was up on the TV and your video came up about show it and grow it or something like that. Sow it and show it. Anyway, he liked your title. I wanted to let you know that. Oh yeah, thank you. I have bee balm out there. That's my other one. I have bee balm growing. Thank you so much for saying that. I have pineapple mint and orange mint growing too. I just do what I do daily. Okay. Jennifer, yeah, I wouldn't worry about it. I wouldn't worry about it. I had to pull out of the one collaboration, the building collaboration. I was not able to participate in that. I won't go into details and why, but yeah, I did pull out of that when I had to. And I knew exactly what I was going to use, and maybe I'll be able to still do it and maybe add it, maybe I can add it towards the end. I'll ask Tammy and Jan and that. I don't know. We'll see if I can even get it done. But yeah, so Susan, I'm going to go back and watch Susan's video. If you guys haven't watched the Hillbilly and Chicken Ranch, she does some really great things. She's inspired me to do a few things. And one of them, Susan, is going to be the strawberry vinaigrette. I have purchased. Awesome. That's awesome, Karen. Never heard of it. Chocolate mint. I have strawberries that I have purchased, and all I've done right now is just they're on a cookie sheet, my last batch in my freezer, and now I just need to pick them up. We're praying that's the case, Christy. So I am going to make the strawberry vinegar. I'm going to, Susan, would you mind if I actually did a video on that and giving you a shout out, of course? I'm going to do that. And then I want to do my apple scrap vinegar. I have a ton of apple scraps in my freezer that I need to get rid of and make the vinegar. At this rate, it's going to be about a gallon. That's what I know. I will. Thank you, Susan. I appreciate that. But yeah, when I get back from my time away, and have you ever just like, I'll just say God gives you things and paths to walk, and and it's just your path that you've been chosen to be given. That's kind of how I look at it, right? It's almost a privilege when God gives you things that we don't necessarily like, but it's the path we walk. And I've learned that as a mature Christian, that to still be thankful, to have peace when circumstances come our way. Sometimes it's hard. I'm human. But the point to it is that this getaway that we've had planned for such a long time has come in such a timely manner for both me and my husband. That's all I can say. And I'm just so thankful that we're able to do this, because we don't really go, like, we don't do the extravagant vacations. My husband and I, we're not going off to Europe. We're not going to Italy. We're not taking cruises. We're not doing any of that stuff, because we have a lifestyle that we chose to live when we bought our property. And I may not have the big farm with cows and pigs and, everything else that comes with a big farm, but I do have responsibility to chickens and goats and a garden. And I do try to be more self-sufficient each year. And that's the lifestyle that we've chosen. Now we like to go during the weekends, like we'll go take a nice day trip somewhere, pack a picnic, and we'll do stuff like that. But yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to go to a place. It's called Deep Creek Lake. It's out in Western Maryland. And we are going to relax, hopefully out by the water. It's going to take me a couple of days, I think, to just unwind. I don't know if anybody else. And then from there, which I'm really excited about, is from there, we're going to go into Holmes County, Ohio, which is Amish country up there. And my mom and dad are there, and we are going to go spend the rest of our time with mom and dad and some friends, Bill and Marge. They've all caravaned across country in their motorhomes, and they're going to be there. They'll eventually make their way down into Virginia, but this is just going to be a really thank you, Susan. This is going to be a special time because, one, I haven't seen my parents in a couple of years. Two, it's Father's Day, so I'll get to be with my dad on Father's Day, which I have not been able to do in a very long time. And three, I'm getting together with like cousins. There are cousins down the road somewhere, right? That I haven't seen since I was like this little girl. So it's been a lot of time. So it should be a really great, yeah, it's going to be a really great time. So, because I remember growing up, we would go to Ohio because my family was from certain parts of Ohio. So yeah, I just, I can't do it. I mean, I'm thankful. Like right now I have my son and my son-in-law and my daughter here, but there's dogs, there's a cat, there's chickens, there's my garden, there's the goats. And I'm so thankful that, they're willing to help out. Right. Even I agree, Susan, it's always about visiting family. And even if, it's just a getaway of a day or something. And it's funny because my son were like, hey, are you home yet? I'm not home. And he's always very just mindful, are the chickens put away? Because once you have your first attack and loss of your flock, you just are so much more mindful about making sure they're really locked in and secure. And so we try to be that way. And yeah, so I just wanted to put that out there. But Susan made a post. She was canning or something. So I don't know, Susan, I may, when I'm up in Ohio Amish country, I don't have any potatoes to can. Like I have no more canned potatoes. And so I learned from last year doing potatoes. I canned potatoes for the very first time last year. They were a huge success in my house. So guess what? I need to can more than what I did last year. So whenever I'm growing potatoes in my garden, probably not enough because I don't preserve any for fresh eating. Like if I want a potato, I'm going to go out and get a couple and then come back in the house and use them. But I don't store them, down in my basement in my room. What I will do is that, yeah, it does happen that way. When you don't hear them or anything, yeah, you get freaked out. So I do that too. So last year I preserved potatoes. I made French fries. I canned. What else did I do? So because of your post, Susan, about how you went and got the potatoes at the Amish, well, because I'm going to be up in, whether I'm not, I get them up in Ohio or if I get them in PA, because I'm in PA all the time, I'm going to be buying some to can and put up too, because I need to put some more on my shelf. The one thing I doubt very much, I'll be honest with you guys, tomatoes. I have so much tomato product, but I think what I'm going to do, we love the chili base that I canned last year, and I used quite a bit of it. So I am going to add some more. I have pinto beans that I need to get canning. And all this, I'm not doing, this is all going to happen over the course of the next month or two. And the next time I see chicken on sale or something, I want to get some, and I want to can up chicken because I have no more canned chicken downstairs, which I absolutely love having. It's one of my go-to. What are we having for dinner? I don't know. Let's just go find some canned chicken, canned potatoes, that type of thing. Oh, Susan, that's awesome. Mine are too. It's really weird. I have so many flowers on my cucumber plants and on my tomato plants right now. It just like every day I go out, everything has grown. It seems like another 4 or 5 inches, and more flowers have appeared on my cucumber plants. And the peas, my snow peas and my snap peas, and Jennifer Ocean Homestead, those radishes are, I can't get over how many radishes that have germinated. They're just going and going and going. My daughter and I planted, she helped me on Memorial Day weekend. In between my raised beds, I have plain area that I did not put fabric. So I said, I'm going to grow. What can I grow in the ground? So we decided that I'm going to do one side is cantaloupe, and then about 2 doors down, the other plain area is watermelon. And guess what? The watermelon has germinated. The cantaloupe has not. So when I get back, I am going to soak some cantaloupe seeds, and I'm going to get those put into the ground because I don't know if something got a hold of them. And I need to soak more green beans. So here's the deal. My husband bought me an 8.5 foot raised bed off Amazon because it was in my shopping cart. So he surprised me. It needs to be put together, which is something I just haven't done yet. My son said he'd help me with it. And so once I get that put up, I want to get some more green beans because Mom and Dad are going to be here. And I didn't plant any squash this year because nobody really eats it. And if I need squash for anything, zucchini, if I want to make zucchini bread, I may throw one in there, but I can honestly go get it cheaper and not deal with the bugs. Let me see. Susan was saying, oh, that's awesome, Christy. She had a Kennebuck. I haven't checked to see how big the potatoes are yet. I just keep hilling them up in my raised beds and letting them go. I did spy some flowers on the potato plants, but I pulled those off today. I'm like, no, you're not. You're still going to grow. Let's see. Susan says they're already picking cucumbers, bell peppers, and hot peppers. Susan, you know what's so funny? Your one video about your peppers got almost 900 views. I was like, oh my gosh. Her channel has grown like you would not believe. It's been so great to see. That's awesome. I pulled a whole bunch of beans off too. So I want to get more. Excuse me. I want to get more in. And your tomatoes are loaded. That's awesome. Oh, Christy, I'm sorry you were battling pneumonia. I hope you're feeling better now. You need to take care of yourself. So yeah, and I've enjoyed like my lettuce that I planted. Oh, it's been so delicious. I made a fresh salad for dinner last night when I had pasta. I actually have my video coming out on Fridays about the way I make meatballs here. And so, yeah, that's my video coming out on Friday. And that's terrible. I'm really sorry, Christy. So let's see. That's Jennifer, Susan. Yeah, so needless to say, I won't be watching a lot of channels on YouTube. I'm going to have a lot of catching up to do um, when I get back from vacation. So it's just where it is. I'm not going to stress over it because I can't, right? Nope, nope, nope. No stressing over it. So, yeah. So I'm hoping tomorrow we'll be able to, I don't know. We're thinking of kayaking. I said, yeah, that will be fun to see me try and get down in a kayak, right? And but we don't know. We don't know what we're going to do. We just know, for one, we're going to be getting away. I'm all about being near water. It's just where I'm at. Yeah. I've heard somebody else having it too. I forget who it was that we were talking to. Somebody said that they've had it. Just terrible. Yeah. And then so we're gonna leave in the morning, and like I said, I've got all the food packed that we're gonna, our munchies and stuff to keep us healthy. Susan, I wanted to share something with you. You weren't here. If you have not tried these bars, these are really good. They're called True Bar. And Susan, these are made with nuts, chocolate, pea protein, cassava. That's 12 grams of protein, 12 dietary fiber. The carbs are a little high. It's about 24 grams of carbs. Total sugars, though, are 7 grams of sugar. So I think that's really good. Ooh, did you guys see that from Jennifer Ocean Homestead? Offer was accepted and financing qualifications are excellent. Just waiting on an official approval. I'm so excited for you, Christy. Or Jennifer. I'm just so excited. So what is, because I'm going to be ending, and I always end, what's for dinner? I am praying that it will go through. There's going to be no hiccups, no nothing. So Karen told me she's going to make ham and cheese sliders tonight. I pulled out some chicken, but let's be honest, guys. Do I really want to cook dinner tonight? No, I don't. I don't feel like it. I'm in vacation mode. You know what I mean? I'm in vacation mode. And because I pulled my chicken out later, I don't even know if it's thawed. If it's not, I'll have to soak it in the water. I love kielbasa, Susan. That one night I felt like grandma. I made kielbasa and potatoes, and it was like my husband, he's like, they're like, this is so good because I hadn't made it in so long. I'm out of kielbasa now. I only buy it when it's on sale. A hamburger and a bun. You're funny, Jennifer. That sounds good. I don't blame you, Jennifer. You know, that has to wear on a person emotions. You know what I mean? Like, so Seattle, because it's so like it rains, I don't know how many days out of the year it rains. Did you know they have a higher rate of people hurting themselves because of all the rain that they get up there? So I had a friend, I don't know if she was really a friend, more of a coworker, I should say. We got along. That sounds good. See, I'm that type of person, Christy. If I had a big lunch, like I would just munch too. I'm that way. That's so good. That is so good. Do you have the app on your phone, Susan, for the keto? So all I know is that if I can get the chicken thawed, it's going to be chicken, and I'm not sure what else because I don't have any potatoes. I have no more canned potatoes. That's awesome, Jennifer. Okay. I was just wondering. I have the app on my phone for it. So yeah, I don't know. I really want something simple to put together tonight, in all honesty. I don't feel like doing all of that. I'll cook for my husband, my son, and myself. So there'll be 3 of us tonight. And I always feel bad if I don't cook something. It's not. Yeah. Guys, can I just ask a request, please? Just to pray for Los Angeles, please. Just pray. There is more peace there today, but just pray. Just pray for LA and the people who are innocently living and just trying to live their life. Just pray for them. That's all I can say. So yeah. Yeah, it's just so sad. It's so sad. It is. That's why I don't like to tell people I'm from there, because it is an embarrassment. It's like, what is, it doesn't mean I'm one of those people, but it's just like, you shake your head, right? Yeah. Well, hopefully that won't happen, Christy. And I really try not to go on political talks here or anything like that, because I don't want my channel, and then I don't want to lose people either here. But we just need to pray for our country. We're just such in a spiritual warfare. If she's just we're just in such a spiritual warfare amongst. Yeah, God is still in control. He already saw this, and he knew the outcome and what was going to happen. And if you guys, let me ask you, do you ever listen to Jonathan Cahn? He's a Messianic Jewish preacher. Do you ever listen to him at all? That is a pretty name. A Messianic Jonathan Cahn. Do you ever listen to him? He has a YouTube channel. His thing popped up yesterday on me, and so I had to go watch it. And I am gonna, let me see. Yeah, it is hard to watch. I won't watch any of it, but I listened to some of it today when I was out running errands. I was listening to the Will Cal Show on the talk radio. And I was listening to some clips and excerpts from, what was being said and how it was being reported and stuff. So there he is. So I'm going to show you all something. He has over 1 million subscribers, but he has a new book out, and it's about the Avatar. It's called The Avatar. But I just want to, that's not going to work. Shh, quiet. So it's, let me see if that's it. Hold on. It's this one. It's that top one right there. This one. Whoops. That top one right here. You should go listen. Just, if you're interested, just go listen to what he has to say. It is quite interesting. And whenever things happen like that in our world, yeah, the things that happen, and when things happen and then he shows up like that, I never believe that it's a coincidence. But he's been here locally at one of our churches here. But I will tell you this, I listen to him and he has such conviction, and and I think why I like him so much to listen to from time to time, I don't go to him for all my teachings or anything like that, is I think because he was raised Jewish and he started studying more and understanding more about the Bible and Jesus, and so he converted over to Christianity. So when I hear him preach, he has such a solid foundation of the Old Testament and the Torah, and he has that now as a Christian. And when he brings them together, it just makes perfect sense. And I know that he's not like one of those false teachers or whatever, but he's pretty solid. Anyhow, yeah, exactly, Susan. That's what I do. You can't put yourself through that. But I wanted to just, I always have to catch up a little bit so I know what's going on in the world. I can't hide from it because it's happening, but I need to be aware. And it was so funny because who was I talking to today? Oh, a friend of mine from high school. We still keep in contact. She lives in Tennessee. Her and her husband moved there a few years ago. And we were talking today, and I said to her, it's really sad and what is so troublesome. We all know, we're all concerned about the children in this country, right? But what is really sad is that on a daily basis, don't worry about it, Christy, on a daily basis, there is a child that goes missing on a daily basis in this area in which I live. There's always a child that goes missing or a young adult that goes missing. Male, female, doesn't matter. Hey, KP Heathen. Hey, I got you covered. I know you were my winner, and I do apologize. I had some things come up, and I am getting caught up on everything before I leave this week. But yeah. It is. It really is interesting. I think that's why I like Jonathan Cahn too, Christy, is because he has that understanding. Like, you know what I mean? Like you just have to go listen to it. And then, I've heard a couple of things and I just kind of get blown away. And like, if he references the Bible, then I'll go to the Bible, and go look it up. But yeah, I think that's the one thing that most alarms me on a daily basis is that there are young adults. The most recent one, yeah, you see it too, Susan, right? The most recent one, I think that was so disturbing to me. He's a young man. He got into a car accident, and he hasn't been seen since. They have a picture of him. They have a picture of his car. And they haven't seen him since. And that's what is so sad. And then today, somebody else posted, like, hey, he's been missing. It's just so sad. It's just so sad. I don't think a lot of people really are aware of, I'm not saying you don't live in fear, but I just don't think they're aware of how much truly goes on from state to state to state. And that is why I keep myself informed to a point and just know that God's in control of everything. And he already knew all this was going to happen before we even saw it. And we already know how it ends, right? Jesus wins in the end. It doesn't matter how we look at it. Jesus wins. So what does Patera say from Appalachia Homestead? Get yourself right with Jesus. If you haven't, she always says that, get yourself right with Jesus. Get yourself right with Jesus. Get out of debt and prep. That's what she says. I don't know if anybody else watches Patera over there at the Appalachia Homestead, but she's a hoot. She cracks me up. I've been following her for years now. For years. Yep. So anyhow, enough of that. I'll get off of that. But yeah, so anyhow, maybe we can just all add that extra prayer tonight, that we just come together, like Christy says. Lord, we just ask for that hedge of protection around our children in our country and in each of our states. So with that being said, I think I'm gonna get out. It is after 5. I have got to go get my dinner started. And thanks everybody for being here. I appreciate it. And we'll see you next week. Bye.